This one wasn't really a whole tooth being knocked out, but instead a large chunk of a tooth being broken. At No Mercy 2008, the then World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho went up against the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels in a ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Early in the match, Jericho tasted his own blood following a nasty ladder spot, in which Michaels smacked a ladder right in Jericho's face. The impact shattered most of Jericho's upper left tooth, and blood could be seen gushing out of Y2J's mouth throughout the match. Despite this, the two went on to put on a tremendous match, which saw Jericho emerge victorious. Although Michaels lost the match, he did take part of Jericho with him. The Tooth of Jericho. Well, part of it anyway. You know what happens when you break Jericho's tooth? Michaels? Huh?
You know what happens?
Shawn Michaels.
You just made the list!
I guess it was payback for Michaels when Jericho gave Michaels' wife the gift of Jericho by full-on punching her in the face. At a WWE live event in Las Vegas, the Queen of Hearts, Natalya, teamed up with Carmella and Alexa Bliss to take on Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella in a 3-on-2 handicap match. However, during the match, she had her two front teeth knocked out. It is unclear how and when she had her teeth knocked out, but like a true heart, Natalya continued and finished the match. It was probably Seth Rollins who was responsible in the eyes of her Uncle Brett. Natalya may have lost two front teeth, but she did not lose her smile as she took to Instagram posting a selfie along with the caption "BRB, just grabbing two new front teeth." All in a day's work. After having emergency dental work, Natalya posted another selfie of her new front teeth. I'm surprised the WWE didn't make some ridiculous storyline out of this, like they did with Natty Neidfeld. Jeff Hardy is known for his death-defying leaps and has taken many painful shots and bumps throughout his 20-plus year wrestling career, including one that happened at Payback 2017. Jeff Hardy may have successfully defended the Raw Tag Team Championships with his brother Matt.
Delightful!
However, this came at a cost. The cost of a tooth. At one point in the match, Sheamus performed a vicious stiff kick to the face of Jeff Hardy, knocking out his pearly white, which could be seen flying out of his mouth if you look closely. With a tooth missing, it's safe to say that Jeff Hardy was quite literally broken.
Obsolete!
On that day. Following the match, Hardy received medical attention and his missing tooth was recovered. I wonder what he did with that missing tooth. Maybe he gave it to the Tooth Fairy. Back in the Attitude Era, Mick Foley, who was Mankind back then, faced The Undertaker in an unforgettable Hell in a Cell match at King of the Ring 1998. Less than 2 minutes into the match, The Undertaker threw Foley off the top of the 16-foot cell straight through the Spanish announcer's table, causing announcer Jim Ross to famously utter, "Good God Almighty, good God Almighty, that killed him. As God is my witness, he is broken in half." A few minutes later in the match, another memorable moment came when The Undertaker chokeslammed Foley through the top of the cell, which legitimately knocked him unconscious.
That's it, he's dead.
Foley's tooth was knocked out in the impact when a chair that followed behind him smacked him right in the face, as he crashed hard onto the mat. However, that didn't stop him from finishing the match, and he even gave a bloody smile to the camera, ignoring the fact that his own tooth was lodged in his nose.
Have a nice day.
You just have to respect the guy. He was concussed, he dislocated his shoulder, he dislocated his jaw, bruised his ribs, and suffered internal bleeding, yet he wouldn't stay down. It took a chokeslam on a pile of thumbtacks, followed by a tombstone piledriver to eventually put Foley down. They don't call him the hardcore legend for nothing. This was a more recent incident that occurred at No Mercy 2017. The team of Cesaro and Sheamus
We are the bar!
took on 2/3 of The Shield, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, for their Raw Tag Team titles. However, near midway through the match, Cesaro became Cesaro, or Bushwhacker Luke.
Wow!
After the lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose performed a slingshot, sending him face first into the corner of the ring post. The brutal connection left Cesaro with a few busted teeth, which were actually pushed up 3 to 4 millimeters into his upper jaw, and blood was visibly seeping out of his mouth. Like all the others in this list, credit to Cesaro, who soldiered on and went on to deliver a fantastic performance. If that does not make him a worthy world champion contender, then I don't know what does.
I mean, he doesn't quite have the charisma.
Oh, yeah!
The audience needs to care about you. They need to be able to feel your presence.
Oh, one of the toughest competitors in WWE today!
But at the moment, and hopefully you'll get it, he lacks it.
You serious?
He must really be a Swiss cyborg. Sorry, my mistake. A Swiss cyborg. Speaking of which, whoever thought of that shirt deserves some sort of medal, as that is one of the greatest WWE shirts ever made. The Swiss cyborg, Cesaro. Although Cesaro lost the match as well as part of his teeth, he was in good spirits and tweeted the following backstage. Anybody know a good dentist? Isaac Yankum, DDS? This is not over. Still, I'm not too sure that's the best dentist to go with. With all these tooth injuries, a new era has begun. The Toothless Aggression Era. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please show your support by leaving a like and sharing this video, as it really does help us a lot. Don't forget to comment below too, and we will pin up the best comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video from us. Lastly, for daily wrestling facts and more, follow all of our social media accounts, which are on screen and in the description. Thanks, and until the next video.